welcome to my garden, actually my backyard. It's Sunday, the 10th of August. We thought it'd be a good time to show you today's harvest. We had a particularly good harvest today. But I thought it'd be kind of nice to show you the greenhouse again first before we show you the harvest. Again, this is in my backyard. It's in a parking pad next to my garage. And I've got a structure that I built, 12 foot by 20. And as you can see, the sides are open right now, but in the fall and winter and early spring, it's covered up with polyfilm, 6 millimeter thick. And the roof is permanently covered with corrugated polycarbonate. And in the Pacific Northwest, that's really important because we can keep the moisture off of the plants in the early spring when they tend to get way too much moisture and we get a lot of slow growth because of the wet soils. So by controlling the rain and the moisture that these plants get, I'm able to produce a lot more in a square foot area. Probably close to 2,000 pounds over the course of a year. Most of that's tomatoes, but we do have cucumbers and beans and peas and a lot of chard and lettuce, spinach. And I do believe in container growing. I believe that's, first of all, I don't have any slug issues, and I can actually grow in a much smaller area with these containers. They're 15 gallons, and I control the amount of nutrition that I deliver to them. I'm very particular about how I feed these plants. They're organically fed, of course, but it's important to put in a lot of minerals, a lot of things that are actually slow releasing, compost as well. This actually gives us a very nutrient dense fruit or vegetable, which I think is very important. Not only are they organic, but these are highly nutritionally dense, which is important for vegans like us to get as much nutrition as we can out of our fresh produce. But let's take maybe a walk over, show you the produce that we harvested today. We had a particularly good harvest of tomatoes. If you want to look down here, I'll show you. These are called Cherryette tomatoes. They're actually an heirloom. They're very, they range in size, you can see, from kind of like a regular cherry tomato to almost, well, I don't know what size you'd equate that to, but it's like a pea. But these are very prolific blooming. They can be used in a hanging basket, so you can grow them in your back porch, anywhere you got a nice southern exposure. And these will reseed themselves. This here is black cherry, very popular cherry tomatoes. Most of the people are aware of it. This is just today's harvest. And this is actually a yellow cherry tomato, and I am not sure the name. My stepdaughter Ollie got it from a friend at the museum, and it's a very good, very low acid, sweet yellow tomato. And again, I believe this one is open pollinated, so I can harvest the seeds and grow the same thing next year. I do believe in seed independence, growing as much as you can with open pollinated seed, and then let a few of the fruits or vegetables just go to seed. At the end of the season, you can harvest those seeds, and you've got your seeds for next year. You don't have to buy them year in and year out from the seed supplier. The other harvest we have a mix of tomatoes. Some of these are aroma paste tomatoes. There's others that are kind of a beefsteak type tomato. We have grafted tomatoes that we've used. This is a kind of a cool one. I only have one today, but that is a really cool, it's got a little bit of a peach blush on a yellow skin, and it's a very oval teardrop tomato. Great flavor. Not producing a lot, but boy, it's got some good flavor. And this is our harvest of mainly chard. And then we did have, this is actually yesterday, I brought it back out for the picture, so that they're looking a little wilted. But this is actually a very large, called Russian Hunger Gap, a type of kale. And it's still doing pretty good, and this is August. It hasn't bolted yet. Huge leaves, but I thought I'd show that. pretty much the rest of this is just charred. And you can't smell this, but this is lemon verbena. If you were to brush your hands over it, smell it. Beautiful lemon flavor. Great putting it in cold water in your refrigerator and letting it infuse the flavor into your drinking water. So that's our harvest for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you ever want to learn how to do this, you can always write us at info@ollysfood.com. Thanks so much. Take care.